How are you doing? My name's Ben, this is Jeff, and we are Sensible Baby. We want to talk to you about something that's very important to us, as well as a lot of parents.
So to give you a really short story, I have 2 children. I remember very distinctly bringing my daughter home, my first child, bringing her home from the hospital. Crazy, tired, excited, kind of a weird situation. And as we're getting ready to go, a nurse comes over to myself and my wife and says, hey, we have to tell you some things, really important things. Don't drop the baby, always feed the baby. Basic advice that we should have. And 2 of the things that she told us was to always put the child to sleep on its back in a cool room, no tight clothing. And we asked a little bit, why would we do this? Why is this so important? And we learned about something called sudden infant death syndrome. This is the sudden, unexplained death of a child under the age of 1. It is the leading cause of death in children under 1 in the United States. This is unpreventable, it's unpredictable, and it's kind of scary for new parents.
So, as a group, what we wanted to do was we wanted to find out exactly what was out there for parents, just like Jeff, to help calm them and set their mind at ease. And so what we found is that there's really 4 main categories within this space of the market. You see that there's video audio monitors. The problem with these is that you've got to constantly monitor the monitors themselves. It's not filtering back any information about an event that's taking place. The next is pressure pads. The problem with these is that if the child rolls off of the pad, it's rendered useless. Also, there tends to be a lot of false alarms or false positives that take place. Third category is motion clips. These tend to be very, very bulky, and based on a lot of the reviews and feedback that we've gotten, is that the battery life on this is very poor, so you constantly have to be charging it or be concerned about it maybe failing during the night. The fourth, which is emerging in the market, this is basically an oximeter. It measures oxygen within the baby's blood. The biggest things we see with this is it is rather cumbersome, and also it's a medical device, so it's going to be regulated by the FDA, and this is a major barrier to customers. So we felt like we could bring something, and what we have is the Smart One by Sensible Baby. What it is we have a infant jumper that has a pocket that's placed on the center of the chest. We also have a sensor that's here that's placed into that pocket, and we're able to measure and track position, movement, as well as temperature, ambient temperature in the room. This device will then send alerts to either a base station or a smart device. So right now it's just designed for iOS systems, so iPad, iPhone. Also, with technology that we're using, Bluetooth technology, it's low energy. So we're able to use this device without any charging, without any replacement of the battery. It lasts between 6 and 8 months. Those are the core range in which we're targeting. Also, because of the sleek design, it's rather comfortable. It doesn't provide or create a hot spot on the child. So let's see how this works.
So actually, Ben, I think I slip it in there.
Yep.
So while he pairs this up, you mentioned this is Bluetooth Low Energy. How many people have heard of Bluetooth Low Energy? Oh, wow, I love this guy. So this thing, as he said, runs off a coin cell, 6 months to a year. It has the same accelerometer that you see inside of many, many smartphones. What it's doing is it's monitoring the temperature and the movement of the child, and it's transmitting it about once a second. It's sending a heartbeat signal saying, hey, everything's okay, everything's okay. And should this child get too warm, or should it roll over onto its stomach, which is considered a less safe position, it sets off a soft alert. All right, this is a notification to the parent. Hey, there's no emergency, everything's okay, but you should look into this in the near future. And the worst case scenario, put the baby down. It's hard to do this with a microphone. If the child doesn't move for 20 long seconds, again, it's on top of the chest, so it's looking at the movement, the rise and fall of the chest from respiration. Doesn't see that, we get a big, nasty warning that says, hey, this child isn't breathing. You now have 3 to 4 minutes to go resuscitate the child, wake it up, do whatever's necessary to save a life.
That's all it takes.
So, gonna keep going. Baby's not alive right now. This is our team. We've got a team of engineers. I have a project management background as well. And then we also have a business development student. She's a second year. It's going to be the second year at Harvard Business School. We are Sensible Baby. Thank you.
These are good questions. How does it cost? how's the cost? Parts for this, 25. Parts to ship the whole package out the door, about 50. Retail, 100 to 125, which is cheaper than all the competing products with more functionality. Yes.
Basically, the research data for position of the child and depending how dependent position are they not that solid. So do you collect data because you should have valuable information from monitoring many kids and basically find some interesting correlations.
Question. We do have the data. We do have the capability of logging the data. We're still trying to figure out exactly what parents want, what we should do with that. Does it go up into the cloud to a little baby dashboard? Does it go direct to a physician? Does it just go to us for monitoring and clinical trial stuff? We have that option. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we see there's a lot of potential here in terms of what we can manipulate, how we can manipulate the data, and also being able to quantify your baby, right? I mean, who wouldn't like to know when their baby would like to eat or sleep or not get a visitor, right? And this is all information that we could potentially be capturing and then filtering back to the parents.
Cool. All right. Front here.
Which kind of channel you saw this product and how you saw for the customer service? I mean, you saw this product online or in the grocery store or something like that?
So where it's going to be sold?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're planning on first doing direct sales, and then from there working with baby boutiques. We've actually already been in communication with a lot of baby boutiques that are very eager to get this on the shelves. We've been together for 9-10 weeks now, and so we're in the process of really just putting together solid infrastructure for our company. But hopefully in the near future we're able to scale and do some small scale manufacturing and then be able to get it on the shelves. Once again, through direct sales as well as baby boutiques, ultimately trying to get it on big box stores like Baby RS, or something like that.
Does anybody here work at Walmart? Yes.
Maybe I missed something. So what kind of sensor do you use? Is the sensor used to sense the motion or the respiration or the heartbeat? What kind
The
of
motion. It's not the heartbeat.
Not
I
heartbeat.
wish we could do heartbeat, but that's very, very hard to do in a non-intrusive fashion. It is motion. So it's on top of the chest. When you breathe in, your chest wall expands. It's sensitive. It's a very, very sensitive accelerometer. I think a millionth of a G is the base. That's it.
But this way you rely all the information on the motion, not anything else. So will that cause any false alarm in case?
Will it cause false alarms? No. It is exceedingly sensitive. And this is part of what we're trying to answer right now through testing. So we've done small scale hand assembly, a few dozen of these. Right now they're on babies. We have a specialized app we're using for testing, which essentially just relays the data up into the cloud for us to do analysis. So we've proved it small scale. We're trying to prove it in large scale before we go into manufacturing.
We can also set parameters too, right? So we can find out where it is in space and then be able to make determinations and things like that as to how it should function and how it should work.
Right in front.
Just a question, is it waterproof?
The sensor is water resistant, or the final one will be water resistant. I would love to have this go through a washing machine safely. Can't promise it this time, but it does pop out of the onesie. There's a little pocket that unfolds a little bit.
Think about what pops out of a baby onto the onesie.
Yeah. So
It's fluid resistant.
the ones that we have right now, I mean, we produce these on 3D printers, so they're not, they're going to have less than water in them. We hope to have something that's concealed and washable and cleanable and all that good stuff.
All right, all the way back. Availability. When do you think it's going to be ready?
So our hope is actually to get this manufactured, at least on a small scale, by the middle of summer. We are in the process of doing a lot of our testing right now. We've got about three rounds. What we've coined is baby hours. So we plan on logging a lot of baby hours, being able to refine our algorithms as well as just refine the product itself. Obviously, we won't get something on the shelves premature, and that's great with the same company. So we're gonna make sure we do our due diligence first. So actually, let's just put it right here.
I was going to ask, I mean, it seems like there's lots of other applications for this type of product that you guys have explored.
Absolutely. This is kind of our way into the market. We have discussed a lot of things, and we are very excited about those possibilities. For now, since we are a new company, we're focusing on what we feel comfortable, speaking about right now. But as you can imagine, there's a lot of potential.
One more.
I mean, just follow on with this gentleman just asked me,
I'm thinking of, apnea. It monitors that kind of respiration accurately. And apnea is much more pervasive a problem than SIDS. But it's a great lead-in market though, because
Yeah.
We have to be a little bit careful about that because, so when you sleep, there are skeletal muscular movement, right? You twitch when you sleep, and babies do too. And it's sensitive enough to pick that up. Again, we want to avoid those false positives. So sleep apnea is a slightly different problem, but it's the same hardware, just different algorithms, so it's something we're looking at. Again, core product first, and then all these add-ons afterwards.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Join Boston New Technology Meetup. Sponsor an event or venue, present your idea, and attend to network with Boston's brightest. Details are at www.bostonnewtech.org and in the video description.